Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
And of those evacuees, more than 1,000 were bused to a shelter in Cold Lake this afternoon. This was a scene earlier today as volunteers with the Canadian Red Cross set up beds and supplies awaiting evacuees from the L'Orange area. Those that were forced to evacuate from their homes say the last 24 hours have been hectic.
I really didn't want to leave too, I was watching movies and whatnot, then my sister says, "You gotta get out of L'Orange because it's burning down." And apparently the fire crept up into L'Orange. At the time I didn't even know.
I didn't want to go, but we had to leave. Cops said get out or you could get charged. That's what they told us.
I was actually worried just for the elders and mostly the kids and my family. Every day for the past week, people are getting evacuated, and just yesterday there was a really bad evacuation, so we finally left and most people are out of town.
According to the Alberta government, the Red Cross is activating a plan to receive up to 5,000 evacuees to the city. To other news of the day, in April, an earthquake in Nepal left more than 8,000 people dead and injured thousands more. But the death toll would have been much higher had it not been for search and rescue teams sifting through the rubble. This weekend, the Western Division of the Canadian Search and Disaster Dogs Association ran a mock exercise, and as Jeremy Thompson reports, they made use of some local architecture.
Go search! Ken, the 7-year-old Belgian Shepherd, loves his job, and as the most qualified rescue dog in North America, he's good at it.
This way!
He and his handler, Sylvie Montier, are keeping their skills sharp with this mock exercise. But not everyone is cut out to be a rescuer.
There's a lot of work for the dog and for the handler, and sometimes people are willing to do it, but unfortunately they are not fit for that. So this is where we evaluate people.
38 trainers and their dogs have been dispatched around the area. The catch, they didn't know what to expect once they arrived on location. Many of them found buildings like this one, old and dilapidated. It's a good representation of what they might find in a real emergency situation.
For the villages, yes, they were really, a lot of them were totally destroyed. Some of them they had, I would say maybe 10% of the houses still standing, and most of them were damaged.
Montier was deployed in Kathmandu after the earthquake in Nepal this spring.
Usually you have the whole neighborhood that's there and in silence looking, and as soon as the dog indicates, you don't have to tell them what's happening, they know. It's just they know exactly what's happening, and whether the person is dead or alive, they're usually very relieved to have found their relative.
It's a reality rescue hopeful Teresa Thorpe is well aware of.
We do it because we want to help people in their, just when something bad happens like that, it's just good to help people. Hey?
Everybody has a humanitarian mind, I think, and for me it's working with my dog.
These old farm buildings help volunteer victim Daryl Wright empathize with those in true danger.
Makes you think, what it would be like to be down there for a day, 2 days, maybe even a week, waiting for somebody to come and get you.
But it's all smiles once Ken arrives.
Just knowing that somebody is there now finally that found you and helps, maybe is on its way. So yeah, it's a tremendous feeling to hear that dog.
Jeremy Thompson.
Good job! Good boy!
Newcap News.
It's summer, and that means it's time for road construction in the prairies. To mark that fact, this month Saskatchewan Government Insurance and the RCMP are teaming up as they remind motorists to watch out for work crews in construction zones and obey all posted speed limits.
A lot of times people might not see somebody working and think, hey, this has gone on for 5 kilometers, I want to pick up my speed. However, fines can double and triple given the people that are present and working in that area.
Police say the goal of the month-long initiative is to save lives this construction season.